T-minus 15 seconds. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power and liftoff. Go Falcon, go GPS III-9.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Chamber pressure nominal.
At T plus 30 seconds and counting, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. Now in just a few moments, we'll be throttling down the engines in preparation for Max Q, which stands for Maximum Aerodynamic Pressure.
Falcon 9 power and telemetry are nominal.
And good call out there for nominal telemetry. Max Q is the point at which the rocket experiences the greatest amount of stress as it ascends through the Earth's atmosphere. Now the vehicle is also pitching downrange.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
When the vehicle is pitching downrange to go from vertical to horizontal, the first stage is performing a maneuver known as a gravity turn. Now the booster does this by gimbaling its engines very slightly so that the vehicle slowly becomes
Max
horizontal.
Q.
And there's that call out for Max Q. Now the rocket typically needs to go 17,500 miles per hour horizontally in order to avoid being pulled back down to Earth and get into orbit. And you can track our progress to orbit by watching the left corner of your display that's showing the vehicle's velocity and altitude. Now,
MVAC, chill.
Now coming up next, we're going to have several events happening in rapid succession, and we should hear all of these called out by Mission Control, starting with main engine cutoff, or MECO, then stage separation, and then SES-1. MECO is where we shut down all 9 M1D engines on the first stage, followed by stage separation, which is where the first and second stages of Falcon separate from one another, and second engine start 1, or SES-1, is when we light the MVAC engine on the second stage for the first time. So keep an eye out for these events happening back-to-back just about 20 seconds from now.
Main engine cutoff.
Stage separation confirmed.
MVAC ignition.
And there we heard confirmation of that series of events, which again were MECO, followed by stage separation, and then SES-1. Now coming up shortly will be fairing separation. Once the vehicle reaches the vacuum of space, the payload fairings are...
Both vehicles are following nominal trajectories.
And good call out there. Once the vehicle reaches the vacuum of space, the payload fairings are no longer needed and will be jettisoned away. And as mentioned earlier, we'll be attempting to retrieve these fairing halves again once they fall back to Earth. As a reminder, both fairing halves are flying for their second time tonight. We're expecting that call out for fairing separation in just under 10 seconds from now.
Fairing separation confirmed.
And there you have it, confirmation of fairing separation and a beautiful view of the GPS III-9 satellite. Now, we're still in the first MVAC burn on the second stage, and this burn should last for another few minutes.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
And we should be hearing that call out for SECO-1 of the MVAC engine in just a few moments from now.
MVAC shutdown.
Stage 1 landing burn.
And there we heard confirmation of MVAC shutdown of the second stage engine on the right-hand side of your screen, and landing burn startup of the booster.
Nominal orbit insertion. Landing light deployed. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
And awesome news there, confirmation of the Falcon 9 booster on our drone ship, a shortfall of gravitas. Now we also heard confirmation of good orbit. A good orbit means that we've got the vehicle into the trajectory we need leading up to SES-2 without needing to perform any additional engine burns or corrections.
MVAC ignition.
And there we have it, confirmation of SES-2. Now this burn is set to last about 1 minute, and we'll get the payload into the proper orbit for payload deployment. And after the second shutdown of the Merlin vacuum engine, we're going to take another break before the most important milestone of our mission, payload deployment. We should be hearing the call out for SECO-2 in just a few moments.
MVAC shutdown.
As you heard and saw, there's SECO-2 indicating shutdown of the MVAC engine and the final burn before spacecraft separation. Now, after tonight's mission, 9 of the 10 GPS-3 satellites will have been launched, with Falcon 9 launching all but one of them. And we should be hearing that call out for payload deployment in just a couple moments.
Payload deploy confirmed.
And there you have it, successful deployment of the GPS III-9 satellite. And with successful deployment, we'll be bringing tonight's live mission coverage to a close.